everyone, welcome back into the Take Care Man channel. I hope all is well. If this is your first time with us, my name is Todd, and my goal in this channel is to equip men to take better care of themselves. In this video, we're going to be looking at a selection of soaps from Caswell-Massey, which is America's oldest fragrance slash personal care company. They've been around since 1752, so longer than the nation has been in existence. And I really wanted to try a lot of their scents. I've seen their scents show up on a lot of fragrance videos, particularly for traditional barbershop scents. Particularly have seen the Jockey Club and the Tricorn mentioned in a couple of videos, and also know the number 6 is popular. Now, the cheapest sample size you could get in their fragrances are $25, and I just didn't want to drop that kind of money on samples. So what I chose to do instead was get a selection of their most popular men's fragrances in bath soaps and get a first impression on the bath soaps, use those, and then sort of go from there on what their fragrances might smell like. Now, I do know for some of the popular fragrances like the Jockey Club or like number 6, I believe it's called, there are different versions. There's like a heritage version and then a newer formulation. So those scents could be a little different even still from each other, but I thought I would get a general ballpark idea of the scents from smelling these soaps. And so I ordered a heritage set, I believe it was, and then added a few more bars to it. I'll put the roll in here, the actual set I ordered. It came in this nice decorative box. Part of what I'm going to do is I'm going to just open the soap, not read anything about this soap, but just give you my initial scent impressions, and then read a little bit about the soap. So I'm going to start with one that I know what it is because I'm just familiar with the color is. This is their Woodgrain Sandalwood, and they actually have two different sandalwoods. They have a Woodgrain Sandalwood and then a regular sandalwood. Now, the reason it's called Woodgrain Sandalwood is you'll notice that it actually has a wood grain appearance to it. Pretty good sized bars. I get a slight sandalwood scent, but mostly just a soapiness. I'd have to see how this one does lathered. This is just, really first impressions on scent. See what I am going to do? I'm going to take a knife here and just peel back just a little bit of this from the end to see if that reveals like any more scent underneath. Yeah, I just get a real soapy scent off of that sandalwood so far. Let me just see what it says about that soap. I'm pretty sure it's probably just saying, a sandalwood scent. The Woodgrain Sandalwood has more reviews on their site than the regular sandalwood bar soap. So this is officially called the Heritage Woodgrain Sandalwood Soap. With its classic wood grain look and iconic sandalwood scent, this soap is as beautiful to look at as it is to use. So yeah, this does, smell nice, but it just smells like soap to me, to be honest. And but it is a beautiful bar in terms of its appearance, and you definitely see that wood grain. Yeah, so that is the Woodgrain Sandalwood. Next up, I'm going to go with this blue bar, and I'm not going to read about it just yet. I think this one might be called Newport. I'm not for sure. I have looked at these before, obviously. There's the bar. Again, a just real clean, soapy scent. Let me peel back a little layer here from the end with a knife. Okay, so you do get some of those like aquatic type scents here. Dare I say, sort of those blue fragrances that you might be familiar with. So very much like a good men's like shower gel. All right, so let's see the name of that one and what its scent notes are supposed to be. This is the Heritage Newport Bath Soap. Inspired by America's first seaside cologne introduced by Caswell-Massey in 1890, it's a sophisticated marine fragrance with notes of spiced mandarin, lavender, and balsam. So mandarin meaning orange, lavender, and balsam. I get the lavender and the mandarin and the slight balsam, which I think is probably part of what gives it that marine or aquatic type scent or seaside scent. And I'm going to go to this brown one, because I'm pretty sure this is the Tricorn soap. Again, I'll look it up after I get an initial scent impression, make sure it's the right name, and give you the scent notes. There's the bar. Again, a soapy scent. I'm getting a little more spices off of this one. Let's peel back a little bit and see if we get anything. Peeling back a little bit of the outer layer. Compare this to the Yeah, so far with these I've done so far, the Woodgrain Sandalwood to me would be like the kind of soap you'd smell in a high-end hotel. This is definitely that aquatic type, marine type scent. This gives me a little bit of a warmer, spicier type scent. Like some of the notes you would smell in bay rum, but not as strong as bay rum, just very, very slight. So let me look this one up. I think this one is the Tricorn, but let me see if that is in fact the case. So yeah, this is the Heritage Tricorn soap, and this one has been around for quite some time. It was introduced in 1941. It was a favorite of Cole Porter. It's sophisticated masculine fragrance with notes of citrus, cocoa, and sandalwood. So I guess that cocoa and citrus mixed is what's giving it that little bit of spiciness. But yeah, that's Tricorn. And I know that that is one fragrance that I saw listed for a lot of people as a popular barbershop type of scent. Let me go into Jockey Club next, because I know that it is probably one of their two top most popular scents, the second one being number 6. This one is the Jockey Club soap. There is what that bar looks like. Again, what I'm getting strongest off of these is just a good bar soap, but I do wish I'd had the funds to purchase the samples. But let's peel back a layer here on the Jockey Club and see what we get. All right, it's really subtle, but you have like this masculine sophistication with this one, like a good men's cologne. But it's really, really subtle, but not weak in scent, meaning it's not overpowering. You definitely smell the scent. Oh, I really like this. This is my favorite one so far. All right, now I happen to know, if memory serves, this is a scent that President John F. Kennedy liked to wear. So let's read about this one. So this is Jockey Club. This has been around since 1840. It was a favorite of John F. Kennedy's. It's the ideal way to kickstart your morning or revive after a long day. Carnation, spiced rose, thyme, and basil will scent your skin and the air with a sophisticated, sporty aroma. I don't know if I would call this sporty, although I do see where some products that are out there like deodorants and body washes that are labeled sporty would have some of these scents. So I do get the carnation, a little bit of the rose. Thyme and basil would give it that greenness and spiciness. So yeah, it's kind of a green floral, but a very muted powdery floral. So it's sort of a powdery green floral, if that makes sense. It smells really sophisticated to me. This is a great scent for a gentleman, a mature gentleman. Yeah, I like this one. So far, that's my fave. Okay, let's get into the Greenbriar, which is the other green soap, the darker of the two green soaps. I've been trying out so many bar soaps. My wife is becoming a little dismayed at the number of bar soaps that are in my bathroom currently. Okay, this one may be the strongest scent so far. Honestly, I'm getting a little bit of an Irish Spring vibe from this. All right, let's peel back a little bit of the original layer. Oh yeah, so like just a greenness. It reminds me a little bit of Irish Spring. It's nice. It's very sophisticated. I like the scent. Let's see what the scent notes are here on Greenbriar, what the Caswell-Massey website has to say about it. This is the Heritage Greenbriar soap with a soapy, familiar scent based on the cologne. This has graced boardrooms and golf courses since 1984. It's refined yet a bit rugged with notes of vetiver, mandarin, and sage. So yeah, I bet the sage and the vetiver was what was making this stand out as pretty strong upon initial sniff. Yeah, I get the vetiver and the sage. The mandarin, not so much. But yeah, this is just a green, soapy, it reminds me a lot of Irish Spring, but it has this level of sophistication you don't get with, and not just because it costs more. There's just more well-rounded, well-blended. This is honestly what I wish green Irish tweed smelled like. Now, honestly, I've never smelled green Irish tweed from Creed. I do have a dupe. Obviously, I've smelled the Sharp Dressed Man from Sterling, and I have the Armoff, whatever version that is. I'll roll it in here. That is a dupe, and smelled Davidoff Cool Water, and obviously Irish Spring. This has a real nice sophistication to it. I really like it. So far, the Jockey Club and the Greenbriar would be my two favorite. Okay, so now they get a little bit easier to identify. let's go into, now the ones that I got were shrink wrapped. You know, they came in these little shrink wrap dealies that came in the box with the little cardboard or paper hay nicely wrapped in the box. But then I had to buy some individually outside of the set, and they come in these nice boxes and labeled. There's some holes on the side where you could sniff. So if you find these in retailers, and I've never seen them in retailers, doesn't mean that they're not, but if you're in one of their stores, and I'll put a link to their website below, you would be able to at least pick them up and smell them. I can't tell. We can smell this one coming through. Can't tell if it's wrapped just by looking through the hole there. Yeah, it's wrapped in plastic too. So this is what those look like that are already wrapped. They come with their little Caswell-Massey seal on there and just wrapped up. But you could smell this one. And with a name like Verbena, you would imagine it's going to have a lemon verbena scent and be pretty strong. That happens to be one of my favorite, like lemongrass tends to be one of my wife's favorite scents. I like it quite a bit too. But I'll probably be giving her this one. Yeah, like that bright, lemony, grassy verbena scent. Really don't need to peel back an edge here, but I'm just going to see if it gets a little stronger with some of that outside layer peeled back a little bit. Soap shavings on the floor here. Yeah, just stronger. Beautiful lemon verbena scent. A little bit like Pledge, honestly, but with a little greener note. This one's definitely the strongest of the ones I've opened. It's nice. Let's just see what it says about verbena on the website. Oh, you know what? We don't have to go to the website. We can read it right off of the box here. So if you can see, it says a fresh, bright blend of citrus and herbal notes with an earthy dry down, crisp and green with an all-day smoothness. Let's move on to one that's going to be pretty straightforward, but I also know that this one, these last two actually, are both associated with presidents. So Jockey Club was associated with the president, as are these two. This one is their almond soap. Oh yeah, it's got that sweet almond scent. So if you ever used almond flavoring in anything, yeah, this one's nice. It's a nice clean, yet it's got that sweet note to it. It's subtle, but it's different than those first couple ones we opened. On the box it says, our very best centuries-old almond cold cream triple milled soap that has been the favorite best-selling selection for our customers for decades. Let me go on the website. Okay, so it says richly lathering and skin softening with a comforting scent of almonds blended with hints of cherry and salt. So it does have that marzipan type thing you would smell in classic Cella. You do get that saltiness there. This formula has been a customer favorite for decades. In fact, it was so loved by President Eisenhower that his family brought it with them to the White House. And I think I read somewhere they had all the soap in the White House replaced with this. Yeah, really nice, really luxurious, but yet clean and simple scent. And then finally, another one that is associated with the U.S. president. In fact, the first U.S. president would be George Washington. And this would be the second, one of the two most popular scents I've heard, one being the Jockey Club, and then this one is number 6. Oh, whoa, okay. We found a winner. This is even through the plastic. This is barbershop. Like this just made me think of the barbershop of my childhood, and I'm not even pinpointing what it is yet. We may have to get into the notes to see. Oh, yeah, I love this. Oh, this is great. Okay, so let me peel back a little bit here. Oh yeah, it's just even better. Okay, let's read what's on the label. Again, I get a powderiness, slightly green, slightly sweet, well-blended barbershop. So let's see what it says about number 6 here, then we'll get on the website. So on the box it says, number 6, the very first scent made in America, worn by George Washington when he became a customer in 1780. A special blend of botanical extracts with notes of neroli, rosemary, bergamot, musk, amber, and dry rose. So that amber and bergamot, and to some extent the rosemary and musk, is what you would smell in some classic barbershops. So yeah, it's just a classic barbershop. I get the rosemary, I get the musk, I get the amber, slightly the neroli, slightly the bergamot. This is beautiful. This is classic barbershop. I love this. Nice fougere type scent. Oh, this is great. I know at least with the Jockey Club and the number 6 that there's 2 different versions of these scents, not in the bar soaps, but in the actual men's fragrances. And I'll roll in the 2 different versions here. And there's some discussions on some of the fragrance groups of the differences And if you're familiar with number 6 and Jockey Club from Caswell-Massey and the 2 different formulations, please comment below, let me know a little bit about this. But let's run through these one more time. I can tell you right now, I'm not surprised because I know that they're the 2 most popular men's fragrances for Caswell-Massey, but I like to see for myself. But definitely we'll be getting number 6 sample of the fragrance and of Jockey Club. They also make these in shaving soaps and in aftershaves. Okay, Greenbriar. Greenbriar is definitely like Irish Spring, and I'm going to be using these soaps. This is just initial scent impression, so I'll let you know how they perform both as soaps, but also how the scents unfold in the shower. This is the Tricorn. Yeah, it's just underwhelming compared to those. The Verbena is strong, and I'll probably be giving it to my wife. I like it, but I know how much she likes it, so I'll probably be giving that to her. The Sandalwood, again, just sort of underwhelming, but I do want to give that one a chance. Same thing with a Newport, nice green scent. So as far as contenders of things, yeah, the Tricorn to me is kind of out of the running. I'll still use it and see what I think of it. But right now, my 3 favorite, I would have to say in order, would be the number 6, the Jockey Club, and then probably the Greenbriar. Even though it smells like Irish Spring, it's a sophisticated Irish Spring. But I do want to try this Newport and the Sandalwood, Woodgrain, and the Almond. So yeah, I'm going to start out with trying the number 6, the Jockey Club, and the Greenbriar. See how those do for me in the shower, both in scent and then in performance. Then I'll move on to the Almond, the Sandalwood, Woodgrain, the Newport, and the Tricorn, and then I'll probably let my wife use the Verbena. That's the top 3 I'll be trying: number 6, Jockey Club, and Greenbriar, in that order. Anxious to try these out. I'll start out with the number 6. It smells like barbershop, so I'm definitely going to look into other products they have in that scent, and also see if I can research that scent a little bit more. But yeah, if you know anything about these scents or familiar with them, just let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching, and until next time, take care, man.